I love you no matter what, and I don't think badly about you at all, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about, because it's totally normal. When I was your age, I had those same feelings, and I want to make sure that you feel comfortable talking to me about those feelings.
Very good. You're doing good.
How's that?
That's very good. That's
Okay.
Very good. Okay. I'm going to have you come back and have a seat here.
Okay.
We're just going to discuss how that made you feel.
Okay.
So, how did that go for you? How did you feel about that?
Well, I think I had a surprisingly difficult time playing the role of my dad. I think maybe just because it's so hard for me to imagine him saying those things, and at the same time, it makes me feel very emotional.
Okay.
I think maybe the feeling I was having was almost like grief and loss, like that he didn't say any of those things to me. But I am definitely, I try to really, those feelings are really difficult for me to have.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable with those kinds of feelings,
Right.
So I tend to...
With the grief and loss?
Definitely with grief and loss, with sadness,
Mm.
I struggle with those feelings,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
They're really uncomfortable for me.
Okay.
So I tend to, try to wall off that part of me.
Right.
So that was very difficult, because I was feeling those feelings
Again.
creeping over the wall.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
if that makes sense.
So, did you notice anything with your body, or did you have any tightness in your chest, or was it any? I saw that you were somewhat a little pale.
Yeah.
So did you?
Well, I'm a little pale anyway.
A little flushed.
A little flushed.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think that I feel still very embarrassed talking about
Okay, and that's
sex,
okay.
or anything related. I mean, obviously that was a situation that
Right.
was just about
Right.
kissing,
Right.
but it's still so almost ingrained in me that I feel like it's wrong, that it's embarrassed just to even talk about here.
Okay.
Even though I'm 31 and I know that sex and those feelings are completely normal, it's still, so I was feeling embarrassed.
Okay.
And then definitely feeling tense,
Okay.
in my shoulders and my back and my neck.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and was feeling tense and still feeling
Okay.
a little tense.
All right. Well, I think you did. Well, I know you did a wonderful job with, going back and reenacting that experience. It takes a lot of courage for individuals to revisit some things that were very traumatic to them, or that brought some concern to them. So, I just want to commend you on that. And like I said, we're going to be working more with maybe going back and revisiting that time again, because I believe, and I think you believe the same, that maybe that did have an impact.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Right.
I mean, I think I really liked the reverse. I really liked being my 10-year-old self. That was,
Okay.
I don't know how to describe that. That felt more of a relief.
Right.
A sense of relief.
Right.
I've been wanting to say those things for a long time.
That's good. That's good. And you will be going back
Okay.
to doing those types of techniques and activities.
Great. That'd be awesome.
And so now that we're coming to the end of the
Okay.
session,
It's gone by quickly.
Yeah, it did. It did. Like I said, I thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Again. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Something else that I like to do with my clients is that I like to assign a homework task. And it's nothing really simple. And as we go on, the homework tasks may become a little bit more, just to kind of challenge you
Okay.
with certain things. And I would just like to see if possible, if it's okay with you, that maybe, and I think you had expressed that no type of intimate contact was going on with your husband or
Right.
yourself. And
Zero.
Yeah, zero.
For 2 years.
Zero. Yeah. So I would just like that you kind of if you all go out, if it's just to the store, or if it's just out to lunch, if it's just to maybe hold his hand, grab his hand,
Okay.
and just, those can be little cues for him to let him know that, you know, I'm still here for you. I am still attracted to you, as you stated. You still have my support. And I would just like to see if you would be willing, you know, maybe just to hold his hand, or maybe a shoulder rub, or just something to kind of like initiate just a little intimate type of spark. So it doesn't have to be so much leading to a sexual encounter,
Okay.
but just something to show affection.
So let me ask you this question. Do you, is it okay, I mean, he knows I was gonna come here today. He's
Right.
fully supportive of me
Right.
being in therapy, obviously.
Right.
But is it okay if I tell him that it's a homework assignment? Because otherwise I'm afraid he's gonna think that, like, he'll find it very suspect if all of a
Then
sudden,
all of a sudden you do
I'm
that.
trying to hold his hand. And again, we just have lost,
Right.
we just
Right.
have lost so much trust that if I feel like if I all of a sudden try to start rubbing his shoulders,
Right.
he is going to think something is
Is-
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so, is it okay if
Okay,
I tell
well-
him, like, one of the things I'm supposed to do is,
Mhm.
I have homework and.
Yeah, so let's bring that back, and I'm glad you brought that to my attention, because like I said initially, or I think that you have the resources and the understanding on how to deal with that. Let's go back to just maybe writing it down.
Okay.
Okay, writing down a scenario, and it doesn't have to be really long, but just writing down a scenario of how you would maybe, or times that you may hold his hand, or maybe
Okay.
a time that you may touch his shoulder,
Okay.
or maybe put your arm around him.
Okay.
Let's start with that.
Okay.
And yeah, that sounded very good. That's a good idea.
Okay.
I think we should stage it back some.
Okay. Great.
How do you feel about that?
That's no problem.
That's no problem.
Yeah, I can definitely do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And I feel like there are definitely times when I want to do that.
Right.
You
right,
know?
Right.
So,
Right.
but I get, start feeling
Yeah.
a certain way.
Yeah. So maybe if we start, maybe you can write those events down.
Okay.
Things that you would like to do.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Perfect.
That's good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Should I bring that back for next week?
Yes.
Okay.
Please. Yeah, and then we'll review that, and then
Okay.
we'll go into some more. How did you like the empty chair technique?
I really like that. I think that it's really challenging.
Okay. Okay.
And I think that the more that I feel comfortable here and like safe
Right.
here, that will
Right.
be,
Right.
because I still feel like I'm holding back a bit,
Okay.
just
okay.
to be upfront and honest.
Right. Right.
It takes me a while to feel comfortable.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I feel like the longer the more we
Right.
work together, the more comfortable I'll be.
Okay. And then something else that I will consider
Mhm.
or advise is that once we're finished or maybe halfway through some of the therapeutic sessions, I may refer or speak to your primary care physician about maybe a marital couples therapist too,
Okay.
so that both of you all can be in on this therapeutic healing
Okay.
relationship that you all are going through. So that may be something else I hope you would be open to once we kind of like go through some of the issues. We're
Yeah.
working together with you and I with some of your issues.
Okay.
And maybe he can be invited in with another therapist.
I think
to
that
speak
would
about
be,
that.
and so we wouldn't come see you?
No, I actually, I have I don't do couples
Okay.
therapy. And like, we have to go through the confidentiality piece again, things that you want to share.
Right.
But, when we get to that level or that time, we will definitely go through the confidentiality and how we will work on, setting you up with a marital counselor.
Okay, got it, that
Does that
makes
sound
sense.
good?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions or any concerns, anything?
Nope, so I come back same time next week?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And remember, if you have to cancel,
Right, 24 hours.
please just alert my assistant to
Okay.
that, and we can go from there.
Nope, I feel good.
Okay.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
No problem.
It's
Thank
very
you.
nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you
See
also.
you next week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and my receptionist will show you out.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Ugh.